You know, back in the day, and it wasn't on a Tuesday, because Tuesdays nowadays are fucking awful. Back in the day, when someone my age was in high school, we'd watch Monday Night Raw, we'd watch Nitro, and the go-home show, the go-home Raw or Nitro before pay-per-view was always exciting. There was always a buzz around the show. There was always something that made you feel like, my God, I hope mommy and daddy order this show for me. Or I hope they allow us to steal the show via the illegal black cable box that I know you had, motherfucker. You guys get my point. Fast forward to 2017, October 3rd, 2017, and we're staring down Hell in a Cell. And we're watching SmackDown live on a Tuesday night from Denver, Colorado, at the Pepsi Arena. Are you excited about Hell in a Cell? Again, this is a simple question, yes or no. I'm not asking for an elaborate chemistry-like answer, okay? Are you excited for Hell in a Cell? Probably not. Probably not. In fact, I'm going to leave you a poll in the video with that very same question. Right in the annotation. You're going to see it in the top right corner. With all the other videos that you might have missed. Go check it out. Are you excited for Hell in a Cell? More than likely you're not. I'm excited for a few things on Hell in a Cell. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to bullshit. But overall, as a show, are you excited about Hell in a Cell following this formulaic, horrendous edition of SmackDown Live? You know, I'm watching SmackDown Live tonight. And I'm excited about the Usos and the New Day. I'm still excited for Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens inside Hell in a Cell. Still wondering why they're using Sami Zayn as a prop in this feud. More so this week than they did last week. Last week, at least, he had a match. This week, he was just, like, there. And Shane McMahon kind of said, you know what, bro? Fuck you. I can handle myself. Take care of your injuries. But I'm watching this shit, and there's just so many potholes. There's just so much predictable nonsense. There's just so much predictive programming on one show. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. From the Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler shit, to the Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon brawl, to the announcement now where Hell in a Cell apparently is a Falls Count Anywhere match. What? Now, Hell in a Cell, instead of putting two guys in the ring together, confined in a cell with no way out, now you're pretty much telling me that, yeah, okay, now we're making it Falls Count Anywhere, so you're taking the mystique away from something possibly happening, and you're pretty much letting everybody know, yeah, somebody's going to be on the outside of this motherfucker by the end of the night. That's all that says about that. Do you see what I'm talking about? But then people want to make videos on me, and then people want to call me out and expose me and fucking dissect everything that I say. Am I saying anything, or do I say anything that's just loopy or doesn't make any sense? More times than not, I make more sense than compared to me not making sense. I mean, don't you guys feel the same way, or am I living in an alternate universe here? Shit like that bothers me. And then the brawl with Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens, right? It was like set up for this big elaborate play. They're going up the arena steps into the mezzanine area where all the merchandise is. They got fans blocked off. There's a huge sea of people just standing there, blocked off by a black barricade. Why are they there? Why are there that many people in the mezzanine buying t-shirts at that portion of the show when this is the closing segment for your main event at Hell in a Cell? Why are they there? Why do you have them barricade behind a black gate? At least have some people roaming around with a ton of security guards. Make it a little bit more realistic. Having those people behind the black barricade just caged off so that these guys have free roam over the mezzanine area. A little predictable there. A little choreographed. It's not real. It's not organic. It's not natural. Yet I'm too picky. That's not how I'd book it. That's not how I'd script that segment. That's not how I'd plan that segment out. But if you like mediocre, if your middle name is mediocre and you settle, then by all means, you put on a shitty show. These are the things that bother me, people. These are the things that bother me about SmackDown Live. If I teach you something from this video, or I open your eyes about something that you've seen tonight, I did my job. I did my job. So these are the things that I see. These are the things that I'm watching. And I noticed these things. I didn't tweet tonight. And I'm watching this and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know? When I'm not on my phone tweeting every 5 seconds, these are the things that I see. But we'll go over SmackDown Live and how horrifically boring it was on tonight's show. I don't have any live clips because there really wasn't anything of newsworthy, attention here on this show that I have to play. So we'll just go over this quickly so I can go back to leveling up my Hunter on Destiny 2 because I really don't want to be doing this review. I'll just see you guys at the pay-per-view on Sunday night, and I'll see you for Off the Script Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this coming weekend. But SmackDown Live and the Hell in a Cell Go Home show. Like I said, Hell in a Cell Go Home show. Back in the day when we were in high school, the go-home shows meant something. It's as if WWE Creative is taking these go-home shows a little too literally. It's like this show was written by nobody and everybody went home, You can leave me in charge. I'll give something people to watch and enjoy if you don't want to do your job correctly. But the go-home show was literally everybody packing their bags and going home. Denver, Colorado should have did themselves a favor and stayed home because they were awful tonight. But this show took place from Denver, Colorado at the Pepsi Arena. Continue to drink your sugary soda, clowns. Bad for your heart. Telling you right now. Stick to non-sugary drinks. Believe me. I gave up soda long ago, and I feel a lot better. Nothing in my refrigerator but flavored seltzer and unsweetened iced tea. It's the way to go. Anyway, we're going to go over SmackDown Live. Where are my notes at? Here we go. SmackDown Live opened up with Renee Young, and she's in the ring with Shinsuke Nakamura, the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura. And what type of artist is he? Is he a musician? Is he a dancer? Is he a painter? Artist, Yeah, I understand you want to give him a cool nickname, but why don't we just go with the King of Strong Style? Okay? Because that's exactly what he needs to do to Jinder Mahal on Sunday night. He needs to show him how he is the king of strong style while he kicks his head off and sends that motherfucker packing all the way to India, never to return again. Renee Young in the ring brings out Nakamura for a chat. This is all having to do with Mahal's recent discriminatory and racist comments. Nakamura says, "Sticks and stones may break his bones, but words will never hurt him." What are we, in the 3rd grade? What is Nakamura, being picked on by the schoolyard bully? Huh? I don't understand that. Who scripted that nonsense? He'll take the title from Mahal on Sunday, and then that was it. Took him about a whole 3 minutes to get those lines out. Don't know why they give this guy a microphone. Seriously, just have him go in there and kick people's faces in. WWE continuing to book Nakamura like a bum. So Mahal comes out, Singh brothers come out, they interrupt and mock his entrance. Mahal is in the ring, blindsides Shinsuke Nakamura. All three of them beat down on Shinsuke, and Mahal ends with the Kolass. He nails Nakamura with the worst finisher by any champion currently in the industry. That's your finishing move. That's exactly what's going to finish off Shinsuke Nakamura at Hell in a Cell. A fucking coloss. He can't even do a single arm. He can't even do... You know what it is? It's a half a Nelson slam. It's a half Nelson slam. And he still can't do it correctly. If he can't do his finishing move correctly, how am I going to take this guy seriously in the ring, let alone take him serious as champion? The guy sucks. He may have veins popping out of veins, popping out of veins. He may have the body of a champion, but a champion he is not. The best thing that this company can do is drop the title to Shinsuke Nakamura and just erase Mahal from the record books, because this guy is absolutely fucking atrocious in every sense of the letter. Every sense of the word. Seriously. Guy's awful. Guy's awful. Moving on from there, and you know what, by the way, just to add a little side note to this, there are people on Twitter who are complaining about why this match is not taking place inside Hell in a Cell. I didn't know there were rules saying that Hell in a Cell is reserved for the WWE Championship match. You do realize that this feud is horrendous, right? You do realize that there's already 2 Hell in a Cell matches on the same show. A third would not be needed. Certainly not for that match. I'd rather see the women inside Hell in a Cell compared to Mahal and Nakamura. The less amount of Hell in a Cell we see, the better. So for the people blinded by the fact, oh, shiny things on Hell in a Cell. No, we don't need more cage matches. And the fact that Mahal was already in a fucking Punjabi prison match that brought the likes of the great Khali out from his dungeon. We don't need to see any more Mahal cage matches. Just throwing that out there. Carmella and Natalya versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch, the Irish lass kicker. What happened here? What did I say in the beginning? Predictive programming? Yeah. It's exactly what this is. Natalya makes Becky. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Natalya makes Charlotte tap out to the sharp shooter. Carmella hits Becky in the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then the sharpshooter was put on Charlotte via the distraction at 7 minutes. So nobody on the announce team made mention of the distraction getting the best of Charlotte. All they said was, oh, Charlotte has 5 days to regroup. Charlotte's going to use this as motivation to beat Natalya at Hell in a Cell. Okay, so Natalya got the sharpshooter on Charlotte. So in page 1 of your Wrestling 101 rule book, what does it usually say? The champion made the challenger tap out on the go-home show. More than likely, we're going to see Charlotte win the Women's Championship on Sunday night. That's all I'm saying about that. I don't see why they would put Charlotte in that predicament and book her to lose a few weeks now on this build to Hell in a Cell if she's not going to win the title on Sunday night. Doesn't really make much sense to me. But Charlotte taps out, sharpshooter. Again, we had Carmella teasing a potential cash-in. Nothing happened. I don't think anything's going to come of it this year. So looks like we'll be waiting on Carmella to cash in that Money in the Bank. If I am a booker here, I'd actually hold off on Charlotte winning the title because I think it's a little bit too predictable. You know, being that Ric Flair was just released from the hospital and he's home recuperating. Why are you going to give Charlotte the Women's Championship based on sympathy because her father was in a near-death experience? I don't like that. I don't even know why they put her in the championship match. It was really based off that alone. It was based on the fact that Ric Flair was sick. That's the reason why Charlotte is here, and nobody's going to prove otherwise. That's exactly why she's in the world or the Women's Championship title match at Hell in a Cell. I'd actually have Carmella cash in on Natalya at Hell in a Cell, and I'd prolong this Charlotte title win for a little bit. That's just the way I'd book it. I'd have Charlotte do the chase just a little bit. Seems like it came out of nowhere, and I feel like it's too soon for Charlotte to be back in that position as Women's Champion. I don't want them to use Ric Flair as a crutch to get another championship on Charlotte Flair. That's all I'm saying about that. Mike Kanellis, the jobber to the stars, apparently, who's making a boatload of money. I guess he doesn't care, right? And if we complain about Mike Kanellis and his status on SmackDown Live, oh, well, he's getting TV time, right? That's the answer to everybody. Oh, he's getting TV time, right? And then the wrestlers themselves, when you got fans who actually legitimately care and want to see them do better, who are you to question what we do? Just watch and enjoy. I'm making more money than you in one night than you are an entire year. You know, shit like that. That's what their comeback usually is. These professional wrestlers, right? Yeah, they got to throw the money at you. They got to throw how much money they're making at you. Mike Kanellis against Bobby Roode. No Maria. She's pregnant. We know that. I reported that on Off the Script. No mention of Maria, unless I missed it, unless it went right over my head. I thought they mentioned her, but I went back and listened to it. I don't think they mentioned it again. But Mike Kanellis versus Bobby Roode. This was over in less than a minute. Why are you signing Mike Kanellis if this is the best you got for him? Are you serious? Are you serious? So you bypass this guy from NXT to put him on SmackDown Live to be a jobber to literally everybody. Not even. This is his first match back in how many weeks? A minute? Not even. 56 seconds, according to the notes here. Come on, bro. That's just laziness. So it looks like Mike Kanellis and Maria are, or that experiment, I should say, is over with. Being that they didn't mention where Maria is, they could have mentioned that she was pregnant. You know? Mike Kanellis receives a spinebuster and a glorious DDT to end this match in less than a minute. People are telling me, oh, Bobby Roode is nothing special. Assholes. You do realize that the match went 56 seconds. What does Bobby Roode need to do in 56 seconds to impress you? Do you want him to just channel his inner Ricochet and do a fucking 630 senton off the top rope? What do you people want? You want what Bobby Roode can do? Go back and watch NXT. I'm sure you have the network. These fucking assholes on Twitter. Oh, I don't see nothing special in Bobby Roode. How stupid can you be? Why are you tweeting me such stupidity? Nothing special about Bobby Roode. Go back and watch his matches with Nakamura. Clown. Jesus Christ. Dolph Ziggler comes out. Guy's got a blowhorn. He's got a marching band drum. He's playing it for Bobby Roode. Dolph plays the air horn, then throws some confetti. He's just playing with people in the front row. Roode has a great entrance, but on Sunday, the bell is going to ring, and he'll be exposed as the fraud that he is. Bobby Roode shows Ziggler how to do a proper entrance and strikes the glorious pose. So, Bobby Roode, during this promo, or during this stare down with Dolph Ziggler to build this match for Hell in a Cell, Bobby Roode made mention that Dolph Ziggler had a terrible entrance. I think that was the whole point of Dolph Ziggler just doing the drum and the air horn and throwing confetti. I don't think Dolph Ziggler was trying there. I don't think Dolph Ziggler was trying to have a good entrance. The whole premise of this thing should have been Bobby Roode, instead of going for the cheap pop in Denver, doing the whole glorious pose with the glorious music hitting. Bobby Roode really should have bunkered down and said, you know what? Enough of the entrance. You call yourself one of the best ever to step foot in the squared circle. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm made of come Sunday at Hell in a Cell. And just leave it at that. They're still going on and on and on about the entrances. Dolph wasn't trying. We know Bobby Roode has a great entrance. It needs to now be about what these guys can do in the ring. And they really didn't hone in on that fact. And they continued to play up this bullshit between the entrances and how Dolph feels that everybody in the WWE gets over now with a cool entrance. Bobby Roode can wrestle. Bobby Roode can wrestle. He should have made it a point, instead of pinpointing out Dolph Ziggler and a shitty entrance, which he wasn't trying. He wasn't trying to have a good entrance. Just say, you know what? You're talking about you being the best. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm made of on Sunday at Hell in a Cell. I don't understand it. Another logic gap. Another fucking stupid segment here on SmackDown Live. There's no doubt in my mind that it's going to be a good match. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what these two guys can do in the ring together. This will be Bobby Roode's first real match on SmackDown Live. But I do want to make it aware to everybody. It just feels, And I know Dolph Ziggler is booked for Starrcade. I think he's booked in some type of match at Starrcade on the 25th of November. I don't know when his contract is up, but you just feel. You feel it in the air. You smell it in the air. It's palpable. that this is the end of the road for Dolph Ziggler. And it's sad. Sad that this is what he's going out on. Just cheesy, I don't give a shit content that they're putting on SmackDown Live. Dolph is much better than that. And I seriously hope that he follows the Cody Rhodes route and builds up a nice string of wins for himself. And he gets his name out there and makes himself a marketable name to the point where WWE is begging for this guy to come back again. I hope so. And I'm going to keep a microscope on Dolph Ziggler when he leaves the WWE because I think he's a talent that they severely did not appreciate and they underutilize. And it's a damn shame to see talent like that go to waste. Because I think Dolph Ziggler now can be better than he ever was if they gave him the opportunity to, if they got behind him. They just don't care. They just don't care. So Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler at Hell in a Cell should be a good match, but the feud and the storyline, it just speaks to nobody. It means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Usos and the New Day. Usos are in the ring. They're ready to read the New Day their rights before Sunday because this is the Uso Penitentiary. They explain that the New Day is going to be walking into the Uso Penitentiary and that there's no trombone, there's no booty-os, there's no dancing. Maybe they can just throw every other tag team in there with them. And then this brings out the New Day. And they are talking about New Day underwear. Apparently this is a real thing. I had to actually research this. New Day underwear is a real thing. This is what they're doing with the New Day. Can't blame them. They're making money off the New Day. But who the fuck would wear New Day underwear? Can you imagine your girl pulling down your pants or unzipping your jeans and she sees New Day underwear? You know? You want to see my trombone, honey? Yeah. Forget what Xavier Woods is playing. You can fucking blow on my trombone if you want to, you know? Give me a break, bro. Seriously. New Day underwear. Maybe I'll buy myself some. See how that goes. You know, I don't think that'll go over too well. They read whatever. They're reading the Usos, their rights. I don't fucking know what was going on at this point. New Day has left everyone in the dust, and no matter where they are on the card, they've left the fans knowing that it was the best match on the night. Hard to disagree there. Hard to disagree there. I actually met Xavier Woods on Friday night after the House of Glory show in Brooklyn at Barcade, and I told him personally that I thought what he, the New Day, and the Usos were doing was the best thing on SmackDown Live for a string of months, and he was very appreciative of that comment. That's when I proceeded to ask about when are we going to see competition in the SmackDown Live Tag Team division, and he gave me some long-winded answer, which I appreciated because he answered my question personally, but they want to leave the tag team division in good hands. And what they are doing now is they're showing exactly what they want the division to be and how competitive to be. And they want to mold the teams underneath them to do the same thing that they're doing now. So by the end of 2018, Woods told me, he said that he hopes, this is what he said personally, he hopes that there is 6 teams on the same level of New Day and the Usos that could really take the reins on SmackDown Live. Best of all, though, they said the last time they met the Usos, they left with the tag team titles. The reason why I like this feud so much, and I'm going to go over this a little bit more in depth on Off the Script. The reason why I like this feud so much is because we all know the New Day to be party guys, and they're fun-loving, and they're gyrating, and they're dancing, and they got ice cream, and underwear, and unicorns, and trombones, and they got the homophobic jokes. You know, they got all that shit. You know, they've done little of that, but the majority of this is pretty much keeping up the pace with the Usos. They're playing the game that the Usos want to play, and the game that the Usos play is a little bit more serious. It would be considered pretty much a joke if the New Day was taking the Usos this lightly and just making jokes about candy and fucking cereal and underwear and trombones and unicorns and ice cream and all this other shit, right? But they're playing the game just like the Usos are playing the game. Even, serious. There's a serious tone to this feud. And I appreciate that because not only does it make everybody in the ring, not only does it make all 5 competitors look good, but it makes the titles look good. So I'm glad that they're keeping pace with the Usos here. And that's why this feud is working. There's definitely room for fun and joking around and lighthearted jokes, but when it gets down to it, you got to do what you need to do and make the titles feel important. And I'm glad that they haven't strayed from that. We'll talk about that again, and we'll reiterate that again on Friday when we do preview and predictions for Hell in a Cell. But this is going to be the match I'm looking forward to most because I think this one's going to steal the show. at Hell in a Cell. Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. Ty Dillinger got the Jobbers entrance. Baron Corbin, I wanted to make mention of this last week on SmackDown Live. I'm actually really enjoying Baron Corbin's new theme music. I think they altered it just slightly. They added a little bit more riff to the song. They added lyrics and voice to the song. It gets right into it. It gets right into the main part of the song. It's nice. It's got a nice rhythm to it. It's got a nice catchy tone to it. And I was a big fan of his entrance lighting. They had the city in the background on the LED boards, and the black mass, the black clouds just clouded the city. I like that they got that big wolf, light in the middle of the ramp, and everything's engulfed in fire. I really like that, man. Baron Corbin's entrance is probably one of the best in the WWE. But an entrance can only go so far. He's still very much green in the ring. So, Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin, this match went 5 minutes and 52 seconds. Dillinger grabs a small package from a suplex position, reversed a vertical suplex, actually, and got a small package on the Lone Wolf. Ty Dillinger with a clean win over Baron Corbin as he heads into his U.S. Championship match at Hell in a Cell. Now, Ty Dillinger just beat the number one contender for the United States Championship. At what point during the next 5 days is Ty Dillinger going to get inserted into the United States Championship match at Hell in a Cell? That's my question. Because the match with Baron Corbin and AJ Styles, not really what I want to see. And I'm pretty sure you guys think the same way. Now you add Ty Dillinger to that, makes it a little bit more watchable. Makes it a little bit more intriguing. So Ty Dillinger's been a part of this feud every step of the way. There's no reason to keep him off Hell in a Cell. I'm hoping WWE does the right thing. I'm hoping Daniel Bryan comes out on Twitter, or Shane McMahon comes out on Twitter when he's not worrying about Kevin Owens and puts Ty Dillinger in the United States Championship match. Or maybe AJ Styles requests Ty Dillinger to be inside that match with he and Baron Corbin. We'll see what happens. But Ty Dillinger should be there. There's no reason why he's been a part of this entire thing only to be left off the pay-per-view. Kind of shitty. You don't do that to people, man. Ty Dillinger deserves to at least be on the pay-per-view for a pay-per-view payday for the United States Championship. Post-match, AJ Styles pops up on the screen and says he's going to show Baron Corbin that taking shortcuts isn't the right way to go about it. That if he didn't take shortcuts, he would have beat John Cena at SummerSlam. If he didn't take shortcuts, he would have cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase successfully. He just kind of zinged Baron Corbin a little bit on those things that he was just so upset about. So we'll see what happens on Sunday night with the United States Championship title match. Susan G. Komen, not really going to talk about it. I wish WWE would just acknowledge that they are doing something about it instead of going through these long-winded segments on television. Not a big fan of whatever they do for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I think it's all a fucking farce, to be honest with you. CM Punk even came out publicly and said Susan G. Komen is nothing but a fraud. So I'm really not with whatever they're doing here. Love Dana Warrior. I love the Ultimate Warrior, but a little bit too overboard with their embellishment of the breast cancer survivors. I am grateful that everybody who's had breast cancer is, really, well and survived the ordeal. But, I mean, tone it down a little bit, please. I wish they'd just give you a website to go to and say donate, go into some personal. I'd rather see the women tell their personal stories in a video package, than doing these long-winded segments with all the divas out there. It's just a little bit overwhelming, a little bit too forced, a little bit too company-esque. I don't care about it. Move on. Do something else to get my attention if you want to get the message about Breast Cancer Awareness Month out there. Randy Orton versus Aiden English. This really didn't do anything, man. You got Rusev versus Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. Another match that's a waste of everybody's fucking time. They showed fallout from the Bulgarian Parade or Rusev Day or whatever the fuck they were doing last week. English throws RKO or Randy Orton into the corner. He avoided an RKO attempt. Don't worry, Randy Orton came out of the corner and delivered a pop-up RKO to Aiden English at 1 minute and 17 seconds. Randy Orton beat Aiden English in 1 minute. Great. Does it make you excited about the match? Fuck no. Rusev then tried to sneak up on Randy Orton. Randy Orton drops into RKO position to send Rusev running for the hills. And I'm not talking about Iron Maiden. Sami Zayn used, as always, as an embarrassment on SmackDown Live. Tell Shane McMahon to be careful with Owens. Shane pretty much blew him off. Said, don't worry about me. I'm going to take care of myself. This is not the same Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn says. I was the best man at Kevin Owens' wedding. This is not the same Kevin Owens. Shane McMahon says, you worry about you, I'll do me. Okay? Kevin Owens shouldn't be worried about being locked inside Hell in a Cell. He should be worried about being locked inside Hell in a Cell with me, says Shane McMahon. So Shane McMahon calls out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens doesn't show up. Shane McMahon calls him a coward and has a chance, for Sunday's pay-per-view match. Come on, face-to-face right here. You got a chance to meet me face-to-face. Owens don't want to take it. So for Sunday's match, out of nowhere, Shane McMahon now changes the match. It's still Hell in a Cell, but it's Hell in a Cell and Falls Count Anywhere. This is what I said at the top of the review. Now you're making the Hell in a Cell predictable. You're opening up the cell to being a match where both guys are now pretty much going to be on the outside. Whether a cage breaks, whether the door is just conveniently open during the match, somebody is going to be on the outside of this cage. Somebody's going to be up top. They're letting you know something is going to happen. I would rather them not tell me, and then when we see it, oh, okay, this is exciting. Now we know what to anticipate. I don't like that. The match already has no rules. So they're just telling you now it's Falls Count Anywhere. So one of these guys is going to be outside the cage. That's all that matters. That's all that did. Predictive programming. It's overly predictable. I don't like it. So Owens comes through the crowd. He says, hey, Shane, I'm right here. Saying that the real money is right here. And then he mocks Shane McMahon's theme song. Money, 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 money. He says, what a terrible theme song. I LOL'd at that. I laughed out loud. I thought that was hilarious. That's all he's doing, though, Owens says, and starts to go back up the stairs. Only pausing when Shane calls him a coward. He looked back at the ring, and he continued to walk up the staircase. He walked right into the mezzanine level. I guess he wanted some soda pop and some popcorn. Wanted maybe a Roman Reigns t-shirt that was on sale from the concessions. Owens leaves. Shane says, you don't want to bring the fight to me? I'm going to bring the fight to you. So Shane McMahon chases Kevin Owens through the crowd. He walks up the staircase. He gets to the mezzanine level. Nobody is there. It's like a fucking ghost town up there. They got everybody blocked off by a black barricade. Really scripted stuff here. I would have appreciated some real chaos and commotion. You blocked off the fans, so everybody knew something was going to happen. We seen that, and I was like, what the hell is that, man? What a lame, cheesy way to just script something and just overly script it and make it unnatural. I might be complaining for the little things, but, at least have some people just roaming around and have a ton of security there, get involved, keeping everybody back, whatever. So they're brawling, they're fighting. Shane goes into a few trash cans. They throw some fists. In the end here, Kevin Owens delivers a power bomb to Shane McMahon on top of a few t-shirts in the concessions. Leaves him laying. So there was two kids that wanted a handshake from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens did one of these. Get off me, motherfucker. So he goes right back down the staircase into the arena and into the ring. Owens comes back into the ring and says nothing. That was nothing compared to what is going to happen on Sunday to you, Shane, where I will throw Shane McMahon off Hell in a Cell. So he's saying he's going to throw Shane McMahon off Hell in a Cell. Of course, Shane McMahon was going to, stumble his way down the staircase. He gets up from the power bomb. He comes right back down to the ringside area through the crowd. Owens throws him over the announce table. Fans are chanting, this is awesome. Headbutt drops Shane, and then a pop-up power bomb to Shane McMahon in the ring ends the show. This was a good segment. This was pretty much the only thing outside the Usos that was good on this show. We already were excited about this match. WWE just added some predictable elements to Sunday, like making it a Falls Count Anywhere match, telling us pretty much that somebody is going to be up top on the cage, somebody's going to go off. Shane is going to go off, I'm sure. How? I don't know, but they made it predictable, saying that somebody's going to pretty much be on the outside of the cage, Unnatural way to get the brawl started with everybody being barricaded off. It just looked bad. It was just bad television. It looked bad on television. That's all I'm saying about that. But this was a very, very good way to end the show. I wish Sami Zayn had a little bit more part in it. But maybe we'll see him at the pay-per-view on Sunday. We don't know. Maybe he'll play a part in this match. I don't know. You know, there's a reason. There's got to be a reason why Sami Zayn was used 3 times in this feud. So we're going to see what happens with that. But I'm excited for this match and then the tag team title match. I'm very intrigued to see what Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler do. So we'll see what happens on Sunday night. We can only hope that it's a good show, and we can only hope that Nakamura defeats Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship, so we don't have to see the modern-day failure anymore disgrace the WWE Championship. But this coming Friday, we'll do preview and predictions for Hell in a Cell. Tune into Off the Script, episode 190 on Friday if you guys are interested in that. Make sure you guys check out the Off the Script Extra I did this week. That went up on Monday afternoon, so make sure you guys go and check that out. We talk about Randy Orton being pissed off with WWE Creative on SmackDown Live, and Matt Hardy news as well on Off the Script Extra. And I will see you guys tomorrow with a live stream on YouTube of The Walking Dead. Monday Night Raw review is live on the channel if you guys missed that. Very, very good video, very insightful video on Monday Night Raw. Make sure you guys go and check that out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for The Walking Dead. We got Twitch live stream reactions for NXT and then NXT review tomorrow night, man. So thank you guys so much. I am JD. Hit that thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206 and hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Enjoy your Tuesday nights, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with more content right here on the channel and then tomorrow night for NXT. I'll talk to you later.